obviously the magic of the FA Cup, if you like. It's unfortunately for me a competition I've never managed to obviously have a great run in. I think the second round's maybe the furthest I've been in it. Had some decent runs in the Scottish Cup when I had my spell up in Scotland, of course, a couple of semi-finals and a final up there. But yeah, the FA Cup's always one, which I've never really managed to get a good run in. So yeah, it would be great to obviously do that this year. Tough game, obviously, Saturday. So yeah, I think for us, a lot of maybe some boys that haven't had as many minutes as they would have liked. So a great opportunity to impress and yeah, hopefully get a decent run going this year and obviously see where that may take us.
And obviously we face a team in AFC Fylde that are in the National League North, two leagues below us. I mean, with these non-league teams, you never really know what you're going to get until the game starts, do you?
No, obviously difficult maybe to get the footage maybe really more than anything at the moment. I think what you always guarantee what you're going to get from these sides, obviously 100% effort. That's from minute 1 to 95, 96 minutes. You're guaranteed 100% effort, whether it's 0-0, they're winning or you're winning. Even if you're winning comfortably, they just don't give up. And obviously, as you said, I know Fylde dropped down the division last year with the relegation, but they've got an impressive squad for obviously the level that they are at. A lot of league experience, a manager with a lot of league experience, and certainly a squad of players that is obviously on paper certainly a lot better than obviously the level that they are playing at. They've had a good start to the season, as I say. You would expect that with the level of player they have. But yeah, I think as most games, it'll be about us. We respect every opponent we play, whatever level that they play at. So Fylde will have complete respect from us, but we obviously feel against anybody, if we play as well as we can, or certainly as well as we have been lately, we'll certainly give them a good game and hopefully get the right result.
In terms of your season so far, obviously you've had a few starts, but you had the illness and the injury. I mean, for you, when you weren't in the squad and then you came back onto the bench, and then you've got Jake Taylor, who's in the form of his life, and Matt Jay's been performing really well, and you've sort of had to bide your time. I mean, what's that been like for you with the team in such good form that the manager's been reluctant to make changes?
Yeah, obviously delighted that we're doing as well as we are. Delighted for the boys as well. Good friends of mine, obviously those boys that you mentioned there, Jake, MJ. Great guys. Delighted for them that they're doing as well as they are. Joel Randall as well, fantastic goals. So, no, obviously for myself personally, frustrated early in the season to pick up a little calf issue, which obviously led to me missing the first 2 cup games of the season, which obviously ruled me out for the league. And then obviously, yeah, a mixture of that and then getting the illness as well. And the lads doing so well. So it's just been unfortunate for myself. I've just not managed to get the minutes I would usually get, or obviously would usually like to get. But yeah, as you say, it's been great to obviously watch those boys playing from the side. I think they've been the huge bonus so far this season, if you like, those young boys in particular, of how well they've come in. Surprised a few people maybe with how well they have done. That's definitely been the biggest thing for us so far this season. So, but yeah, for myself, it's just patience, really. Try and train as well as I can, and when I do get those minutes, just try and do as well as I can. I think the last couple of games, I was living 90 on Saturday, and then I think maybe 35 minutes Tuesday. Definitely felt was getting back nearer to obviously the level which I like to try and play at. Definitely felt sharper. So again, hopefully another opportunity at the weekend to get some good minutes in and hopefully show what I can do. And obviously no reason, of course, to change the side at the moment with how well we're doing. But if there is, for whatever reason, a dip in performance or results, just to let everyone know, not just myself, there's quite a few of us experienced boys not in that squad at the moment, just to show that we'll be ready to step in if needed.
And we have seen that when you have made appearances off the bench, that you do make an impact. We saw you made an impact. I think Randall Williams was singing your praises on Tuesday night, and I think you can claim the assist for Jake's equaliser as well.
Yeah, no, Rands, he'll try and claim that one. He likes to get his assists, obviously. He's we wind him up. He had a few questionable ones last season, which got his numbers high, but I'm sure he'll be claiming that one.
I mean,
Yeah, no, you
yeah.
just try and, as you say, impact the game in a positive manner as much as you can when you get those opportunities. And yeah, as I say, performance on Tuesday was more like where I want to be. But I think that, as you say, it just comes down to match rhythm and sharpness and things like that. It's been difficult to get that. And yeah, I think at the moment it's probably as close as I've felt to maybe getting back to where the level I know that I'm capable of. So that was pleasing. And yeah, I think Tuesday night it was kind of a good game, really. A lot of those boys have played 5-6 games in a row, 90-minute games, and a pretty long journey down there on the day Tuesday. I felt there may be an opportunity for someone like myself, maybe lesser minutes, a little bit fresher legs to go on and impact that game. And I think you could see that last 30, 35 minutes that Morecambe were really tiring, and there was opportunity out there. And fortunately managed to get the equaliser, which meant obviously we didn't lose the game. Disappointing that we couldn't quite get that winner, which I felt that we certainly deserved on that second half performance. But kept the unbeaten run going, keeps us obviously in the top end of the table. And yeah, it just keeps that momentum and confidence going. And I think it's important for lads like myself or all the boys who are hopefully going to get an opportunity this weekend. We need to make sure that we can keep that momentum going and keep the confidence in the squad with hopefully the right result.
I mean, hands up at the time. I think on social media I did give it to Randell, but obviously we saw, as soon as we saw the replay, we saw it was you. Moving on to the squad now. I mean, no disrespect, it's such a young squad that we have at the moment. You're probably one of the older players in the team. I mean, it must be such a joy to be playing with such talented youngsters like Joel and Josh Key.
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously in my 2 years previous to this season, you've seen obviously the talent that these boys have. Seen how well they did in the under 23s games and obviously the checker trade last season and things like that, and as well as they did. Obviously, no disrespect to the competition, but it's a good competition for those young boys, and you question marks and maybe can they do it regularly in league football, League Two football in particular, which is really tough games. And obviously those boys have passed that test with flying colours. They've been brilliant. As you say, Joe Randall, MJ still relatively young, Josh Key, they've been brilliant. And there's obviously a few other boys as well who we maybe see at the weekend who are also just as capable. Obviously Alex Harchers, Harry Kite and people like that will be hoping to get opportunities at the weekend and show that they can do that as well, which I know it'll be huge for the manager if he knows he has even more options to call upon. And obviously quite a few experienced boys as well who haven't had the minutes they would probably liked at the moment as well. So your Jake Caprice, Rory McCardle, obviously Nigel's been injured as well. So from thinking maybe your squad isn't quite as big as what it has been in the past, you suddenly have a lot more options than maybe you thought you did with how well those boys are performing. And yeah, as you say, being on the side and watching that has been great, and delighted for those boys. And obviously Jakey as well, he's in unbelievable form himself at the moment as well. So yeah, long may that continue.